Hi there, Wendi Hammond with Jackson Family Wines. Joined with me is Kris, our winemaker for Carmel Road. And we are both super excited to be here today to talk to you about our region, Monterey County. You know, Monterey is probably one of the coldest regions in the state of California. We have the longest hang time, and it has everything to do with the fact that our little valley opens to the ocean, to the bay, Monterey Bay. And what makes that so unique is the fact that in that bay is the Blue Grand Canyon. And between the Blue Grand Canyon and the wind patterns, Monterey County is definitely very unique from other regions within the state. Kris, tell us more about how this region really affects what I call the queen and king varietal for Monterey County, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
No, absolutely. And great way to tee it up, Wendi. You know, for me, the opportunity to work here in Monterey County and specifically work on Pinot and Chard has always been kind of a lifelong dream. It's fantastic. Like you said, you know, the way the valley faces and the Monterey Bay itself, with how deep it is and how cold the water, has such a defining effect on the region. Like you mentioned, you know, we typically see bud break in late February, sometimes early March, and then we don't pick until September usually with Pinot and Chard. So tremendous amount of hang time, and we get the best of everything. You know, we get that fog influence in the morning, we get some moderate sunshine during the day, and then every afternoon, kind of like clockwork, that wind just kind of funnels down the valley. So it's amazing, that inversion layer and how it interplays as it gets hotter down south. But for me, as a winemaker, what that means to me is acidity in the wines. You know, you have amazing flavor development, you have plenty of time on the vine, where flavor and phenological ripeness really syncs up well with preserving the natural acidity. So for me, you know, again, mixed with the unique soil that we have here, I think that just it's such a good combination with Pinot and Chard, where you get really great wines with a lot of flavor and texture, but also really nice, vibrant acidity and great balance as well.
Absolutely. And so let's just hop in and talk a little bit about the Chardonnay to start off with. This is our Monterey County Chardonnay. And what I love about this, Kris, is that you've made it in such a unique way. So it's not like all those other Chardonnays out there in the industry. But tell us why and how you made this Chardonnay to really adapt to our weather patterns here in Monterey.
Sure. Well, you know, selfishly, I'm always thinking about food. So I kind of said, hey, what do I want to drink when I'm eating? And I think, you know, for me, the beauty of Monterey, especially with Chardonnay, is the fruit is so pure, you know, in its natural state. So I really wanted to craft a wine that had nice vibrancy, really bright juiciness, but still clean, and then fold in some textural elements, really good mouthfeel and texture, but just without the influence of new oak. So I'm just really pumped up at how this wine turned out. You know, it's predominantly stainless steel fermented, with a little bit of malolactic fermentation, and then folding in some of that barrel fermented character, but from older barrels. So you're not getting the oak influence, but you're really getting that creaminess and that texture from the fermentation in the old barrels. So I love this wine. I love how versatile it is. And that's kind of how I think about it is, you know, it can go with an appetizer, it can go with a main, you can drink it on its own out by the beach all day long. And so, you know, definitely wanted to make something for all occasions.
Yeah, you nailed this wine, because I have tended to kind of drink everything but Chardonnay. I've come back for this because it's definitely got that nice, bright, clean finish. It goes so great with food, but it's not overpowering. It's not a meal in the glass. It's actually complements the meal. So great job on this. I do love it. It's a go-to for sure. So Pinot Noir. We have been growing Pinot Noir in Monterey County and making Carmel Road, our Monterey Carmel Road. And I can't talk about this wine without bringing up Panorama Vineyard, because there's no other vineyard like it anywhere in the world. It's planted high density, spaced 4x3, 424 acres. You know, we don't like to talk about how grand it is, but the fact that we're able to really farm this in such a small way. Tell us a little bit about the vineyard and how it really makes this Pinot the way I look at it, it's a fan favorite. Everybody you take this to loves it. So again, great job with that.
Oh no, it's great, and like you're right, Panorama is such a unique site, and I've had the great fortune of working there for 6, 7 harvests now, and really getting a feel for it. But like you said, it's unlike anything I've ever worked with or seen. Meter by meter spacing. You've got over 3,500 vines per acre. Really, it's changing the way that I've thought about yields and vine management, canopy management. We're really looking about pounds of fruit per vine, versus a traditional ton per acre metric, and really working closely with the farming team to get that nice balance. But what it means to me, again, and as a winemaker, and what I see in the fruit is really small cluster size, really small berries, get that just amazing juice to skin ratio, a lot of intensity of flavor in the wines, and again, a lot of acidity. So I like it. It's amazing. But yeah, it's a really unique property. It needs, specialized equipment for the entire site. It's unlike anything I've ever worked with. And really, hats off to the family for investing and giving winemakers, such unique kind of a playground to experiment with.
Right. And we're 100% sustainable in practice. That's
Absolutely.
a really great thing to capitalize on, the fact that we use falconry in our vineyards. We use a lot of water management in our facility, all that leads to great sustainable in practice.
Absolutely. It's a great feather in the cap too, that I believe this next vintage, the wines are going to be dual certified with SIP and CCSW. So quite a major accomplishment today.
Nice. Well, from all of us at Jackson Family, Kris from Carmel Road, we just want to say cheers from Monterey.
Cheers. Thank you.